Welcome to Imperial CAD system. In this video, we'll discuss the command punch form in Creo parametric sheet metal modeling. Here we have our form options. In this we have a punch form. For this, to activate this, we should create a sheet with some thickness. For that, I select plane, I go to sketch. Some 500 mm length, 300 mm height. I exit the sketcher workbench and I apply extrude option so that it adds a sheet to that sketch with the given thickness. See, select this option, extrude as a wall, and give the width over here. I enter 300 mm, and here we have to give a thickness. I enter 6 mm thickness, and to change the bend radius, go to options. Here radius is by default it is a thickness. I change this to some 12 mm or 10 mm. I go for OK, and we got a sheet here. In this first option is punch form. In the previous class, in the previous video, I explained about the sketched form, die form, punch form used to create stampings on the sheet. As we discussed earlier, this sketched form, it requires a sketch. We need to create a sketch, and based on that sketch, with the reference of that sketch, we get a stamp. With some angle also we can give, and we can give depth. But in this sketch form, the stamp forms with some depth straight or some taper. If we want in some other shape, like a cylindrical shape or a stepped cylindrical shape of stamping on this sheet, then we need to use this punch form. So we need to create a punch separately. Directly you can't go into here punch form. See, we need to get the punch already created in the part design, and we need to assemble that punch onto the sheet. Like in a sketch form, we can't create a directly sketch, and we can't use for this option. For that, we need to go into file, new, go to solid, change the units. This sheet units we generated in mm, and the punch also should be in the same units. So I keep that in mm, not in inches. Then I create a punch in the separate part design module, not in the sheet metal module. I select this plane, I go to sketch. Now I want a stamping on that sheet of this shape. See, I take a profile like this. I want a stamp like this, Again it has to go like this. Number of steps, and its radius here. Radius I use some 60 mm. This one some 30 mm. Ten mm. Then that makes a 20 mm over here, and the height 150 mm. This I reduced to 30. Okay. Now I go for OK. Then I apply revolve option for this revolve, and I save this. I save on the desktop. with this name. Then I close this. This we use as a punch. Now go to punch form option like that. Before using this option, we need to create a punch in the part design, save that in a particular folder. After that, get into sheet metal, then go for punch form. Then here open a punch model, select this folder option, then do select that file, that part which we have already created before, then go for open. Then we get a punch like this. Now you need to position this punch onto the sheet. So you need to place. So for that we need to go into placement option, and we need to apply constraint here. See, first I open this constraint option, I select coincident. See, select the top surface of the punch on this top surface of the sheet. Then both the surface is coincided now. Next, still it is not fully constrained. Here the status should be fully constrained. It should show the status as a fully constrained. Then only you can select, you can go for OK here. Then again I go for new constraint option. As we have a plane here, and for this also we have a plane at the middle. Now we can either go into coincident, or you can also go for distance option. I select this plane now. After that I select this plane. Now you can give distance. I want some 10 mm distance. Then still it is not fully constrained. Now you need to move. You moved that, we moved that in a vertical direction, y direction. You need to move that in x direction. Then go for again here, do select this option, new constraint, open this here. Again I select distance, I select this surface of the sheet, and I select as this is cylindrical surface, we can't directly select on the surface. I select the plane which is parallel to that surface. Now I reduce the distance. Right now it is 604. I enter 300 mm, that it will come on the sheet. I still move, I want to move still, so I give 200 mm. See here. Now you can see the stamping forms on that sheet. See, it comes above. See, if you go for OK now the status is fully constrained, and here it is option is on, go for OK. See, the stamp is formed above the surface, but I want to make a stamp below the surface of this form. Then reverse the direction. Here in the model tree you can see a form option, do select that, go to edit definition. Here we have an option reverse flip, then go for OK. With the same thickness, so whatever the thickness we gave for the sheet, that is 6 mm, it maintains all 6 mm of that shape like this. So what we have seen, the difference between the sketch form and the punch form means sketch form we need to create a sketch, and only that shape will be stamped. We get a punch of that shape, not like this, not like with different dias with different sizes. You can't generate that in a sketched form like we discussed in the earlier video, previous video. So there's a difference here. In punch form it forms with the shape of that punch which we created before. Now I want to open the base, then select that form punch form, edit definition, go to shape, not shape, go to options. Here exclude punch model surface, I select this and I select the base surface. Now the base will be opened, see, like this. Now I want a rounds onto these edges. Select that form, edit definition, go to options. Here non-placement edges I select, then we get a fillet. See here, rounds we get, see. Then to create a fillet on the top edge, form tolerance, edit definition, option, placement edges. See here, we can change the radius now here. See, a radius I give some 10 mm. Now to the surface where it is where the punch contacts to the sheet, there it creates a radius of fillet roundness of 10 mm. See, like this we get a stamp. See, like this. Then the thickness will be the same 6 mm thickness all over. Like this, we can create a any shape in part design. Then get that punch model into the sheet metal modeling, then apply constraints and place the punch wherever we needed on this sheet. Like this, we need to use this punch form option. Thank you for watching this video. For more videos, share and subscribe Imperial CAD system.